Hey folks, this is Jeff Gray with Photography is Not a Crime, reporting to you from across the street from the Duval County Courthouse on Broad Street. This is the exact same spot where we were threatened with arrest for criminal contempt of court approximately a week ago.
It's the court order from Judge Mahan that tells you that you have to cease and desist what you're doing and leave the area, or you'll be held in contempt of court.
Well, I just want to ask you,
sure.
if we don't leave, you're telling us if we don't leave right now, we're going to be arrested for contempt.
You read that, and the court order says if you do not cease and desist what you're doing, that you would be arrested for criminal contempt of court.
Criminal contempt. Just to give you an update, Thomas Covet and I, with Andrew Bonderud, our attorney, filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against Judge Mahan, Chief Judge Mahan, for his administrative order. Today, we just learned that Mahan, under pressure from the federal lawsuit and under national scrutiny, which he was worthy of the scrutiny that he got, rescinded his order. Now the order is completely rescinded, and we are no longer under threat of arrest for photographing the courthouse or for protesting against the court or saying anything critical of the judiciary in the courthouse. The First Amendment has been restored. Hey, Lieutenant, how are you?
Yeah. It's hot out here.
How you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Keeping y'all busy? Hey, man. How
Yes,
you doing?
sir.
All righty. Keeping y'all busy?
Yeah.
Did you do this?
Did I do what?
Did you call them and ask them to open the door for us?
Oh, no. No, not me, but...
So he's the order's been lifted and everything, right? As far as we know.
Oh, what do they tell me?
Hey, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Richard, how are you doing?
We're just out here shooting the breeze. I'm
This is
telling them
Thomas.
the first rule of protesting: do it in October, not in July and August. It's too hot.
Well, at least you get the shade. All we asked for, so Judge Mahan, they should know the ops order, administrative order.
There you go.
I mean, yeah, it's not y'all. I mean, y'all are just, you're the purveyors of it.
Yeah, we were telling Lieutenant Bowen that we do have an event planned on Monday, this coming Monday. And it's going to be, we're thinking maybe 40, 50 people. We're just going to be taking photographs. It's not really a demonstration or a protest or anything like that. It's going to be people taking photographs, and it's going to be peaceful. We're not going to interfere with anything or obstruct anything.
Y'all be safe.
Be peaceful and everything like that. So.
All right, well, you guys have a good day.
All right, you too.
Take care.
Stay safe.
Have a nice
honey.
weekend.
You bet. Stay well.
All right, buddy. See y'all
Thank
later.
you.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Well, tonight it's legal to take pictures and video in front of the Duval County Courthouse. Last week, an order by the chief judge made some of that illegal, and that led to a federal lawsuit being filed against the judge and the sheriff. Tonight, Judge Mark Mahan has issued this order rescinding the previous order. Channel 4's Jim Pickett has been talking with both sides on this issue and joins us live from the courthouse. Jim.
You know, that order does lift some of the restrictions that were out here regarding photography and some protests here at the courthouse. Now, when that order was issued today, I was actually with the group's attorney who had actually filed that lawsuit because they were stopped by police on the other side of that street there just for taking pictures of the courthouse. We were with attorney Andrew Bonderud when the order came down. This is when he first saw that the judge had rescinded it.
Fantastic. That's great. So that's good news.
Bonderud represents the group Photography is Not a Crime. Members of that group were threatened with arrest at the courthouse when they were told they needed to obey the judge's order. They videotaped that encounter and complied with police under protest. The document from Judge Mahan says the goal was to ensure the safety of all people who conduct business and work at the courthouse, while at the same time ensuring that such freedoms of speech and press were protected. It goes on to say, during the debate, the discussion focused on secondary issues, and the original intent of the order was lost. Therefore, upon consideration, it is hereby vacated in its entirety.
I think all of my clients' concerns have been addressed.
So now the federal lawsuit will be dropped. We also talked with the men involved in that lawsuit.
Of course, we're very happy that the judge withdrew the order, but we're also saddened that we had to file a federal lawsuit in the first place to get the judge to respect our First Amendment rights.
We challenge the government officials, on the First Amendment, which is, freedom of press and freedom of speech. And that's really what we do.
We were also with them as they went back to the courthouse today to do the same thing, to see if police would allow them to videotape their story. They did so without interruption.
We have a right to know what our public officials in a free society are doing on our behalf and at our expense. And part of that is through being able to document what they do and their public, duties, and also through public records.
We talked to our attorney, Ed Burke, about the decision today to rescind that order and how it will affect all of us.
I think this is very good. I think Judge Mahan showed a lot of leadership in rescinding this order. This is a complicated set of issues. We've got to maintain the maximum access for the public. That's our fight, and he has to maintain security and order and access. The internet and technology have changed all of that dynamic.
And of course, I tried to talk to Judge Mahan today, but you got to remember he was being sued. Through his attorney, they issued a statement that saying this has been a work in progress since last week. And also late this afternoon, I got a call from that group, Photography is Not a Crime, even though when we were with them, they weren't approached. When they left and then they came back and went behind the courthouse, they said officers started to come up with them. They got a call then and then left. So they said they started to get harassed, but then they didn't. So they believe everything should be fine now. We're live at the courthouse. Jim Pickett, Channel 4, the local station.